Orbital Airspace Center is a location that featured on a subway map in the Cyberpunk 2077 E3 trailer, alongside several advertisements for Sky is No Limit in the recent Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay demo. This has led to speculation that CDPR may boldly go where none of their games have gone before. So, will Cyberpunk 2077 take thee to the final frontier? In the Cyberpunk 2020 narrative, the single most powerful force in space, the European Space Agency, also known as the ESA, was an outgrowth of an economic consortium of European nations. The ESA established its dominance in space travel due to its innovative Hermes 2 spaceplane, which subsequently laid the foundations for the Orbital Air Corporation. Orbital Air specialized in cargo and passenger transport within Earth's orbit and maintenance of commercial orbital facilities. Orbital Air quickly monopolized the industry with its fleet of French-made Hermes spaceplanes, and through recruiting millions of workers from African nations in an event known as the ESA Hire-Out. The ESA has built two permanent bases on Luna, Tycho and Copernicus. The largest maintains two known mass drivers used to transport lunar rock out to ESA's L5 constructions such as O'Neill 1. Copernicus is an impact crater on the moon, an eponym for Polish astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus. Located in eastern Oceanus Procellarum, which is Latin for Ocean of Storms. Tycho is another crater, located in the southern lunar highlands, an eponym from Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe. Luna was easier to colonize than open space. Gravity already existed, and the ability to soft land machinery had been possible since the early 1970s. With the use of fission-powered heat drills, it was relatively simple to fuse the silicate lunar soil into glass-like tunnels. Pockets of buried ice were mined for air and water, while plants were brought in to create a viable ecosystem. Both cities are constructed underground using a combination of blasting and nuclear-powered heat smelters. An extensive warren of heat-fused tunnels open into central park-like caverns. These caverns are topped with geodesic pressure domes. Besides creating open space for lunar colonists, these open areas also provide most of the air and recycling capacities. An agglomeration of solar collectors provides the raw energy needed for terraforming purposes. The mile-long tracks of the Tycho and Copernicus mass drivers are buried deep within the crater rock, a dark reminder of the time when the ESA utilized them to hurl rocks at Earth during the short-lived Euro-American conflict in 2008. The L zones, or Lagrange points, occupy stable positions relative to Earth and Luna, making them perfect for self-contained bases, factories and construction sites. At L1, there is the Crystal Palace, ESA's premier space colony, which serves as a playground for the ultra-rich. The Crystal Palace is a phytoroidal ring structure built around a large core extending for 1 mile through the center of the station. Looming just beyond at L5 is the O'Neill 1, the titanic microplanet, which spans around 20 kilometers. Ablaze with light, it is attended by a myriad of construction androids and automated factories. Paradise Station is at L4 and Galileo Cylinder at L3. Behind the moon at L2 resides ESA's Testbed Cylinder and Deep Space Explorer dock. O'Neill 1 is a reference to American physicist Gerard Kitchen O'Neill. He invented a magnetic launcher called the Mass Driver and also wrote extensively on the possibility of human settlements in outer space. Remember the aforementioned ESA Hire-Out? While this allowed orbital air to expand rapidly, it resulted in 68% of the space population originating from Africa. Many individuals were born and bred in space, taking on the moniker High Riders. They became increasingly hostile to interference from Earth. The High Riders eventually revolted against the ESA due to overcrowded living conditions and substandard working environments.
That's what it is to be a slave.
The O'Neill Wars followed, during which ESA lost control of O'Neill 1 and the Galileo Cylinder. Although the ESA technically owns the Crystal Palace, it is in fact used by all space-capable nations, each of which maintains an embassy on the space station. Living space is leased by the ESA to the highest bidders on a 20-year renewable basis. In turn, the ESA maintains energy services, general security and station upkeep, police services and law enforcement are the exclusive provenance of Interpol, the Intra-European Police Organization, under an agreement with the ESA, reserves the right of judicial power over criminal offenses. While mankind's ability to travel beyond the Earth-lunar system is tenuous at best, both ESA and their main rival, NASA, have set up bases on Mars at Isidis Planitia and Chryse Planitia respectively. As for Cyberpunk 2077, clearly the narrative allows CDPR to include potential space missions. The question that arises is what part of space? The scene shown in the E3 trailer may pertain to a orbital Air Hermes plane leaving Earth's atmosphere, but that does not necessarily equate to V visiting the lunar cities or a space station. I envisage a mission to the Crystal Palace would certainly be an enticing prospect, no doubt with the treasures to satiate desires both subtle and gross.